Yeah, what's up, kings and queens? We're back again, and this time we're going to the Mewa case. Even though the court is not sitting, it's a weekend, but we're going back to Gininda's cross-examination just to find out for ourselves the many inconsistencies just in this cross-examination, not uh, looking back into the previous months and whatever, just this day, just this one day. You see, you know how many things are not right there? How many things are not clicking there? Right. Before we do that, please like and subscribe. Comment below. Let's interact. And then lastly, hit that notification bell so that when we drop more content like this, you are in the loop. Another disclaimer, still got the bout of flu, but I'll keep pressing on. The voice is a little bit groggy, but I'll keep pressing on. I'll just try to give you the goods. Let's go. Let's get into it. Now, I'm just gonna try to count off the many things that are wrong with this Ginindza cross-examination, right? Just from this episode, the last time he was being cross on Friday, like last night, yesterday, when he was being cross-examined by Advocate Ramsepin, Mr. Ramsepin, I don't know, yeah. Now, I'm gonna have to read some of these things if I forget them because I just want to stay on point, like so that I don't do a mismatch. Now, Ginindza claims that he met Hlophe, right? This one I talked about in my last video. He knew Mr. Hlophe, had this story about Tumelo calling him, like informing him of the accident and whatever. Longer shot this guy, blah blah. Now, we became aware that Ginindza was aware of that statement back in 2016. So the excuse that he's trying to bring, that no, the time limit was over for me to try to access the 205s, the section 205s of Mr. Hlophe, and the person who called, in fact, the person whose phone was used to call Mr. Hlophe by two men. Like, that was the right time for him to grab those 205s. But they didn't get in there, right? He and his colleagues, nobody did. It's fine. Now, the second one is, this guy is adamant that he was the lead investigator, right? He was chosen as was the chosen one. Now, the chosen one doesn't even know how many children were on the crime scene during that night. He doesn't know. He has to refresh his memory. And there's a whole lot of things that he has to look up and read before he can just read them just off the head. You know, like a freestyler, somebody who's rapping, or somebody who even freestyle, sometimes you just have to get it off the head. Sometimes they say it off the dome. When you're just pulling words off your memory bank and you're just blasting off, dropping rhymes. So Ginindza, as a lead investigator, right, he should be well versed with this case. He should be knowing how many children were there. Some of the things these are just some of the simple questions that he should know about. The second one, and then the people in the house talked about in 38, right? A firearm with a will. They talked about that. What did he decide to conclude on? What did he decide to bring to the stage? What did he decide to prosecute these guys on? A 9mm. But almost 3 people from that scene talked about a gun with a will. When he tried to justify it, he says, no. Tumelo Madlala said he came and amended his statement, only to find that amending his statement wasn't really meaning that he's taking out the will concept. The will concept was still with the amended statement. Even he said that himself. So I don't know, like, which other person said just a gun. Kelly said an old 38, like special revolver, 38 special revolver, right? An old revolver. That's what Kelly Kumar said when she was trying to. We come to the identity kids. When she was with that Mrs. Steenkamp, drawing the identity kids. Now, this is the third. We are going to the fourth one. No, I think I'm on the third. Yeah, the fourth one. The fact that his statement and whatever was being read to him, being compiled by him, doesn't even mention Kelly running to the bedroom. But yet Kelly said she ran to the bedroom. And his statement, in fact, Longwa's statement says he ran out, right? He ran out after a gunshot. But Longwa now, on the interview on Metro FM, he said he ran out before, way before any gunshot was hit. He just ran out. As soon as the guy pointed the gun at him, he blasted off. And then got off, was able to escape. The coward of the day was able to get into the street, but never called anybody. You see that? So if the people are saying 38, like 3 people, and you choose to believe, okay, their story that they are saying they were intruders, why are you not choosing to believe their story that these people had a 38? Why are you choosing which stories to believe from these people? What's more, like which story has more weight? The one that people entered the house, or the one that they were using a 38? Which one has more weight? You tell us, because you decided to dismiss their story based on the fact that you say they don't know guns. I don't know, is that your argument? Probably. These guys don't know guns, so they can't know which gun to, which gun is which gun. So you discard that story, but you take their story that there were 3 intruders, there was a scuffle. You take all that nonsense, but you don't take this one. This is another problem that we came across. And then the 5th one, the identity kids, they are a major problem. The identity kids, even when you listen to the way they were being drawn, right? It doesn't make sense. Kelly was able to identify, to make that first identity kit, right? And then Makelele, you know what's funny about Makelele? Makelele can see in the dark, right? He can see the looks of suspect number 2, because it is said he's the one who was able to compile the identity kit for accused number 2, right? For suspect number 2 anyway. Now, if he did that, how was he able to do that from afar while it's 8 o'clock at night, and then while that person is moving, running anyway, and then while he himself doesn't know if that person might retaliate against him, and is also able to see a green sedan at the garage and somewhere near the house, but yet he's not able to pick out the red Polo used by Long. Although in the AVL it is said that the Polo was moving around there multiple times around that time. So he was not able to see that, but he can see the red, the green. So he only see green and dark people, but he can't see red, right? He can't see the red Polo. Anyway, then there's this Spiwe. Spiwe, what did Spiwe do? Okay, yeah. In fact, Spiwe is the one who saw the old green sedan, while Makelele saw the suspect number 2, and he was able to see somebody jumping over the fence. Who was jumping over the wall? Who was jumping over the gate or whatever? We know that Spaza House didn't have a gate, so he was jumping probably next door. Now, who said he jumped to next door? Mtoko. So probably Makelele saw something, but his views were diverted somehow, Hence, he wrote the statement like this. He was able to see somebody from afar. Now, we have to ask ourselves if, did he, pass away, get deceased because of his statement, or he's just passed away because it happened naturally, or what? I don't know. Because Ginindza said this guy is deceased, and then they have his death certificate. So this guy is collecting death certificates, and then he's going to pile them in this case. Every time we talk about somebody, I have his death certificate. Figure. Anyway, guys, it's just a mess. Everything, there's a problem everywhere you look. Let's just interact. Tell me what you think about this. What happened to the Polo? And then what happened to the Uno that Zungu was talking about? What happened to all these different cars? This guy was able to see a red sedan, like an old sedan, right? Old green sedan, but he wasn't able to see Long West car, which was making rounds around there. According to the AVL, it was making rounds along that street. But nobody came and testified. They say they saw the red Polo. Something has to be wrong with these witnesses, right? I'm thinking that something has to be wrong with this. They can't be seeing things that are not there. But the things that are not there, they can't see them. Anyway, let me see if I forgot something. Yeah, you know what? Let me just end it here. I'm not going to send a clip. I just want you to go through this analysis. Let's interact based on this analysis. Another 3 is coming. Probably I will release it in the morning. This one, I'll let this one do its run for now. And then part 3 is coming. Well, I'll be still talking about this guy, Ginindza, and his rubbish information, his rubbish garbage evidence. This guy didn't do any investigating. There's nothing that he can point at and say, I did this out of my initiative, and then I was able to crack this, this and this. Everything that he tries to come up with is just rubbish. Like, his presupposition. I think Rata is having doubts about this guy. If he's not having doubts about this guy, something is wrong with Rata. If he's not feeling like, no, man, this Ginda, no, man. How do you investigate things like this? How do you? If he's not finding something wrong with it, okay, that means something is wrong with him. It's either he's rigged, he's bought, or I don't know, he just don't care for his legacy or whatever. He's just gonna do, or maybe he's gonna give us a surprise. I don't know. I'm not banking on that. I'm surprised that he's gonna charge these guys, Baloy and Ginindza, and then give them the taste of their own medicine. Anyway, guys, let me not take too much of your time. Please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so that when we drop more content like this, you are in the loop. Love you, kings and queens. Peace.